Hey, this is the Pizza here, and this is my second placement match. And I am once again the Protoss, as I will be in most likely all of the Starcraft 2 videos in which I play. Which I don't really see me commentating over one that someone else plays unless it's one of my friends and they're like, hey, this was a cool game I had. Check it out. Which, if you're one of my friends and you would like to do that, feel free. I'd like to get a game that I don't play, so I don't know what already happened. By the way, this is my second time commentating over this, because the first time, unfortunately, the sound recorder decided to record my audio in crappy quality. So, redoing it. Fresh start. So I didn't know what happens, but oh well. Like I said, all my placement matches I go for Blink Stalkers, and I haven't been playing the multiplayer that much lately, because I've been going through the campaign, and even though I'm only on mission 10, it's because I've been trying to get all of the achievements, which I've been doing a pretty good job of. I've got all of them for all the missions so far except for 2, and the only one I've really had trouble with is the destroy 4 hatcheries on 0 hour on hard, which 0 hour is like a defense style mission where you have to hold out for 20 minutes against constant Zerg attack. And what makes it really difficult to get that is on hard, I'm not sure if it's like it on the other difficulty levels, but on hard, the hatcheries are in clumps of 3. And so, to destroy 1 hatchery, you'd have to destroy 3 hatcheries. And you know how fast the Zerg can spawn people. So they are constantly, and I mean constantly, throwing new units at you as you're trying to destroy the hatcheries. So let me get to the game here since we're actually starting to get underway. So this guy, he must be pretty new because he doesn't even have his rally point set to a mineral patch. And he's just now getting his first bunker barracks. And my first gateway is already up and running with no units being produced because I'm awesome like that, of course. And once again, I am supply capped. That's probably why I'm not producing any units right now. But already getting my cyber core in preparation for these stalkers. So he's got a bunker producing... God, I keep saying bunker. Barracks producing nothing. And more SCVs sitting around doing nothing. Boy, isn't this exciting. Okay. Try to find some excitement in this match. Wait. Saw some lightning strikes down here. That's always exciting. Ah, there it is. Kinda cool. Speaking of which, why do they... Oh, a skeleton. Why do they always fight on plateaus and mesas? Or islands? They never just fight on a normal battlefield. I mean, there can't possibly be a reasonable tactical reason for fighting on this kind of terrain. Trying to see what that is. It looks like it'd be a Zerg unit, but kind of looks like an Ultralisk with its tusks snapped off. But it's too big to be an Ultralisk. Maybe it's like an ancient Ultralisk. Kind of like a Megalodon of Ultralisks. Anyway, back to the game. So I'm getting 2 more gateways and once again another pylon. Blink already on the way. And Warp Gate is almost done. He has a bunker with 1 Marine. And he's got 5 Reapers queued up. Researching nitro packs, and let me just do the production tab. I should probably learn the hotkeys for all these tabs. So, production tab, I'm getting Blink, Stalker, 2 Warp Gates, and he's getting Reapers and nitro packs. And Blink's done. So that's good news for me. I can already blink in or out of trouble at leisure. Getting 2 more Warp Gates. And right now I got a lot of Chrono Boost saved up because I really have nothing to Chrono Boost. And I'm grabbing my expansion right now. And so is he. We actually have near identical timing on the expansions there. Uh, yeah, in terms of supply, I'm 2 ahead. Let's look at income for a second. I actually have a slightly larger income, which I find surprising because he has hardly any units. And I have 4 stalkers and a zealot. And I'm just waiting for the cooldown. So, if anyone wants to see it, I guess I'll keep the APM up until something interesting happens. So we've got 3 Reapers, 4 Reapers now. Just kinda chillin'. That one's facing the wrong way, buddy. There you go. Wonder, do the decals that you have set for your profile affect those little shoulder pads? Because if so, that's pretty cool. Yeah, see it on the top of the bunker. Oh yeah, it probably does, because it's on everything. Never even noticed that. And again, I don't play Terran, so that'd probably be why. And there it is on my base. And well, it's a lot less noticeable on the Protoss. I'm getting really distracted by a lot of random things. So I grabbed the sentries on Naga Tower. I grabbed it with these guys first, actually, before I got it with these guys, just to make sure I wasn't gathering up an army in the middle. And the one thing I kind of don't like about this map is, to your natural, you can either go in through here, or you can go in through here. And I like to defend this one, but of course, whenever I get attacked, it's always through here. So I'm getting a pylon down here so I can warp in units at the center. And he's sending out a force of 5 Reapers. Just gonna check things out, and oh no! 'Tis a bad day for Reapers. Now what he could have done is he probably could have... No, wait. The Zelnaga Tower gives me a sight of the high ground, doesn't it? I was gonna say probably could have positioned his Reapers on the cliffs and just fired down on my Stalkers and forced him away from the tower. But the tower gives me sight over the top of this cliff, so that wouldn't have actually worked. It was a nice thought, though. And there's a Scantipede. Get that portrait, the 3D portrait in the lower right. Kinda looks like a drone's mutilated brother. So constantly warping in more stalkers, and what I'm waiting for right now is this robotics facility to be done, so I can get an observer and spot the cliffs, and then blink my stalkers up the cliffs into his base, avoiding his front door and catching his army out of position. Well, I guess his squad out of position. Doesn't really have an army yet. Do I? No, I don't already have it. I was gonna say, do I already have the rally point set to the middle? Now I do. And the observers already... No, never mind. Of course I'm out of supply. Always out of supply. So you can see there I'm sitting at my mind-boggling 30 APM. I know nobody, just nobody can counter that. That's just... It's... I don't even have words to describe how awesome that is. So, let's look at the production tab. So he's actually got a lot being produced. Weapons level 1, a Marine, a Hellion, a Marauder, a Starport, and a Supply Depot. There's the Starport. But looks to me like he's just getting too little too late, as he's beginning to get his army up finally. And really, he doesn't need all these not reactors, tech labs. He could use reactors on this one, and probably this one. That's the one he got the Reapers out of, actually. But he could definitely use a reactor on this one to get twice as many Marines. And then get Marauders out of this one and whatever else he wants out of this one. But at this point, I've just got a much too large Stalker army. And he is starting to get a formidable force, but it's just not enough. And 2 Stalkers being warped in, another pylon. Getting a medevac now. So units lost, he's already lost 500 worth and I've lost no units so far. Here's the attack, blinking up into his base, taking out all of his units. Medevac goes down as it tries to fly away. Those Marauders sitting around doing nothing. His current APM is at 0. Okay, now it's at 12. Marauders coming out just too late. Cannot save the base. You can see there's the observer I used to spot the cliffs. So now my stalkers are just having a free day over his base. Let's look at the units lost. I've lost 875 and he's lost 3,750, quickly climbing with all these buildings. And I got a Zealot just working away at that supply depot. Stalkers are going to help him out. And at this point, it's game over. It was game over as soon as I blinked into his base, and then he leaves the game. So that was my second placement match. Blink Stalkers once again getting me a victory. But the Marauders, like I said, are the counter. So if you ever are up against a Protoss and you see them going for some sort of early cybernetics core, get out a lot of Marauders, and you should be able to counter these Stalkers. So early scouting, that's what's important when you're going up against Protoss. Because if you know what a Protoss is going for, you can counter it. If you don't know what they're going for, then you're probably screwed. Because if you see one gateway, one cyber core, and then maybe you see a Stargate going up, get a lot of Marines, because they're going to be bringing out some Void Rays to a planetary fortress near you, or an orbital command, as this guy got. So that was my second placement match. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.